Mark II ablative lightweight alloys, Mark II gravity-optimized thrusters, Mark II supercharged optimized frame shift drive with SCO capabilities. Oh, this is going to be a very interesting ship. This video brought to you by Green Man Gaming. Green Man Gaming. The Ukraine link is also down there, so I guess now you have some choices as to where you could go. Oh god, it flies. Oh boy. Okay. This is the Caspian Explorer. No, not Lakon. Who the hell made this? I think it's Zorgon Peterson or something. It's not exactly a good-looking ship, I'll admit. I think, it looks better if you look at it from above. No, there's no way I'm going to be able to like how this ship looks. I suppose now is a really good time to mention I freaking hate Star Trek. Everything's too freaking clean. All the rooms on those ships have carpets in them. I'm not sure ours does. I don't think they went that far. Oh, thank God. Right, so, Mars there is sticking through the little radar screen, little compass. I suppose this will give me a good opportunity to see how she handles. She's not exactly as loose as what I've been flying, which was the Mandalay. The Mandalay is... Well, the Mandalay is my favorite explorer so far. As of right now, it still has a higher jump range than this thing. The trade-off being this thing can support a fighter bay and 4 cars. As opposed to, the 3 that the Mandalay can handle.
Frameshift drive charging.
Supposedly, it's also way better at using neutron stars as well. Better than any other ship in the known galaxy, as a matter of fact. That's gonna be worth looking into.
4, 3, 2, 1, engage.
This is my first time bringing it up. Like, first time taking her out of dock. Quick jump over to Timbalderis, to pick up some, materials to... Well, to keep modifying it, all things considered. Now, supposedly, this thing can get upwards of 400 light years of jump range on a neutron star. And no doubt, the streams on the main channel are already testing that. I believe the first thing I said I was gonna do with this ship was try to reach the Anaconda graveyard. I said that to myself. And, okay. Yeah, I'm just checking the other game I was supposed to be recording tonight, but I can't. Alright, how smooth is the, Okay, the Super Cruise is very smooth. I think it burns a little more fuel, though. I feel like this ship is Like, its utility is somewhere between the Mandalay and the Type 8. Because I did try to turn the Type 8 into an Explorer. Like how I turned the Mandalay into an Explorer, which is supposed to be an Explorer in the first place. And you're now starting to realize, oh, he'd rather go exploring than do anything else in this game. Well, yeah. Spent a few years fighting Thargoids. I want to go out there and see stuff. I also need to get Mars out of the radar screen. That's gonna need some repositioning. That's gonna be a screenshot from me straight to social media, I tell ya. I tells ya. I have been doing a lot of photography on social media. Make sure to follow us on Blue Sky. Because no doubt there's going to be more photography done with this ship. Even though part of me feels like I'd rather go exploring in my Mandalay. I don't know why.
Zorgon Peterson, November Alpha Tango. This port is under federal control. Submit to randomized security scan.
November Alpha Tango.
Okay, Commander.
Oh, right, because I changed my name to Nate Cooper.
Acknowledged, Commander. Clear for assisted docking.
Nate Cooper, the VTuber. Alright. Let's see it. I might take the antennas off, all things considered. I think that kind of takes away from the look of it. The saucer shape of it. Even though I don't like the saucer shape. Though I do like the idea of just mounting 10 million antennas on this thing. Ooh, that is
Landing gear deployed.
that is actually a really big ramp. The ramp that we never get to use. We love the ramp. I do like that the legs are in the back. Very much reminds me of Nate Cooper's Calridian that has all the legs in the back and then this big, giant connecting spar that connects to the bridge up front. I like having legs in the back and then the rest of the ship is just hanging out. Just jutting forward like that. That's very nice. Alright, let's see here. Our first priority is gonna be... Let's see here, into the engineer's workshop. I forgot to swap out the surface scanner, so we're gonna need to do that. Armor is a thing we're gonna need to do, but not heavy duty. I actually need lightweight modifications for the lightweight alloys. Yeah, because it turns out Mark II lightweight actually weighs something. Alright, so top priority should be the FSD. I need chemical manipulators. Which unfortunately are not cheap. But that's why we came to Timble. Chemical manipulators. We could trade in pharmaceutical isolators. Or core dynamics composites, proto-radiolic alloys. Well, actually, we have options here. We'll go with that. I don't think we need shielding yet. I think we needed polymer capacitors for something. I don't remember what, though. We'll flip through it and see what else we can do on this beast. All right, there we go. Plug these in. Bringing its optimized mass from 6771 to 7238. I mean, it's not an enormous improvement, but an improvement nonetheless. So now, our jump range just went from 60-something to 65. That's actually not as good as I was hoping it would be. That's done. Sensors. I need phase alloys and conductive ceramics. Phase alloys. Start with the phase alloys. Mostly because I know I can get a ton of them. And now the conductive ceramics. Which I can also get a ton of. There we go. I did put a heatsink launcher on this thing. Surface scanner's gonna need work. Dirty drive tuning. I'm gonna need configurable components. And probably cadmium, which is gonna be a pain. Modified consumer firmware, which is gonna be a pain because we need to go somewhere else to get the... Start with the sensors. So, like, when we start off, the sensors weighed 150 tons, and we're gonna be bringing them down to 32. That's a huge improvement. Shed some weight off this thing. She'll fly way better. She'll fly way farther. And ideally, she'll control a lot better, too. Now, what else did we need conductive ceramics for? I wonder. I ponder. I yearn to know. Alright, that's a mass reduction of 80%. Brings us up to 66, 71 unladen. That's good. Done everything I could with life support. I don't know why I'm checking again. The modified consumer firmware and... Well, okay, hang on. Pharmaceutical isolators, but those are such a pain. Okay, configurable component... Whoops. Configurable components and pharmaceutical isolators. The good news is, with the pharmaceutical isolators, I only need 4. Burning a hole in my pocket when it comes to Imperial shielding. Now, the configurable components... We can trade in some core dynamic composites for those. Pharmaceutical isolators! You know what I should check as well while we're here? What's it gonna cost to bring down the weight of the armor? For that, I believe we're gonna need Celine Jean. Oh, wait, no. Or, no, wait, Who's the person I normally go to for armor? Is it Celine? Or is it... It could be Celine. Checking. It's gotta be Celine. Actually, she's the only one on this side of the galaxy that does armor. So, Celine... Hull reinforcement. Lightweight. So that's going to be iron, conductive components, high-density composites, proprietary composites, and military-grade alloys. It's the military-grade alloys for the top tier. And there it is. Conductive ceramics. Done. Conductive ceramics. Which we actually need quite a few of. We also need germanium, iron, conductive components. We're good. High density composites. We're doing a little trading today. There they are. We got them. That's fine. What kind of modifiers can I put on it? Angled plating, deep plating, layered plating, reflective plating. I think deep plating would give us more hull reinforcement. And for that, we need compact composite. Deep plating also doesn't weigh anything. We're mostly looking for hull reinforcement because if we take impacts while out in the black, we can't exactly go to a repair shop. So that's my concern there. Otherwise, this looks good. Jump range is up at 66. I wonder if we could get that down if we took the cars out. Problem is, I want those 4 cars. What else did we come in here for? I'm gonna need to think about this. Okay, I wasn't expecting this on our way to our next destination, but I want to try this because it might be awesome. I want to see how far it can go, like just jump potential. I also want to see if this is more controllable.
Frameshift drive operating beyond safety limits. Frameshift drive supercharged.
No, it isn't. In fact, that might be... Well, it did drift towards the star less. Let me see, Okay, so that still damaged it.
Hull integrity compromised.
Buh. Forgot about that. Is it still mega charged? Yes, it is. With a potential 213 light years unladen. Jesus Christ. Fix it. Preferably before I turn it back on.
Module repaired.
Anyone else here? Airplane buzzing? Great. It's that noise that made me hate the Diamondback. No, not the Diamondback. I like the Diamondback. The Asp Explorer. Everybody swears by that ship. I don't get it. Ugh. Alright, so we're heading over to the Cuck system. I didn't name it. Look at the name. I didn't name it that. That's just what it's called. Oh, dear God. Yeah, no, not doing that. Her SCO fuel efficiency isn't half bad either. That should do it. Very nice. This will also give us a chance to try out the new ablative armor. That's what it's called, right? Hang on. It's I don't think it would be on here actually. Shutdown field, enhanced Xeno scanner. You'd think that they would make it so that we can just overcharge it without worrying about it breaking. Because if you want to go out there for months, you basically have to take an AFMU with you. And eventually you're gonna run out of that AFMU. And I'm gonna run out of materials to refill it. My field maintenance unit needs to last longer. Like, I want to pick a system, fly out into the black, and stop at every possible system along the way. Looks like it's going to be on the night side. Let's see how the night vision looks. About the same. My suit still lights up for some reason. This is the reward suit, actually. Grade 5 with a whole lot of really nice mods. Alright, so supposedly this ablative armor we got on will allow us to make a much, much steeper approach. And also, I'm not sure, but I think it depends on the atmosphere as well. So, like, I could go... holy shit, all the way down to 75 if I so desired. Holy shit. Yeah, that's steep. That's steep as hell. That's a ridiculously steep angle. That's hard to believe. Wow. Okay. November Alpha Tango. Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, Saturday, Sunday. Sunday, Monday, Tuesday. All right. Ugh. The ship has already put a major dent in my wallet. Oh, yeah. Yeah, it is not a cheap ship. I think the upfront cost is really high, too. Alright, let's see here. Armor. Mark II ablative lightweight alloys, which weigh 15 tons. We're gonna see if we can shed the weight off. More. I was a bit worried about iron, but it looks like we're totally fine. Normally for an explorer, I will actually go ahead and put the lightweight modification on anyway, so that I can get the kinetic, thermal, and explosive resistances. And there's our military grade alloys. Should have just enough to burn a hole in our pocket. Tin, on the other hand, is going to be problematic very soon. Alright, experimental effect. Deep plating would be good. We could get whichever one we want, actually. Make projectile strikes more likely to glance. Layers of advanced inert lining. That's just to reflect lasers. And this, increase the ship's overall structural integrity. Very nice. Now, how else can we shed the weight off? Oh, boy. Okay. I really didn't want to go to this guy, but we have to now.
3, 2, 1. Engage.
There's only one man in the galaxy that can modify plasma accelerators. Well, okay, there are two, but this guy's closer. And unfortunately, he looks like a fucking zombie. We have to go talk to Bill Turner. Oh, God, I hate Turner. Seriously, no one likes this guy. Myself included.
Fuel scooping. Fuel scoop disengaged.
Why are they all so far away from where we jump in? That's annoying. I still haven't totally mastered the SCO drive. Makes it even more annoying. God, we need to move Mars. We really need to move Mars. That is not a good spot. That, or, like, I don't know, move the compass forward? I don't know, in time. I think the only way you could fix this is if you moved Mars forward. Because, like, God forbid you put Saturn or there, or God, oh God, the Thargoid Titan bobblehead. Yeah, that would be enormous. We should see if we can modify a livery while we're here at and we better hope that what he can offer can get us some decent jump range, because as it stands right now, that weight reduction only brought us up to 67. If this gets much worse, we need to go to Felicity, and we're gonna need the either the mass manager or the thermal. No, probably the mass manager. Yeah, it's probably gonna be the mass manager.
Orbital flight engaged.
Turner Metallics. What? You modify plasma accelerators. A weapon I don't even use, I might add. Where's the metallic part come in? I am trying to get an angle as steep as possible, but nothing that's too tremendously impressive. I know it can go steeper than this. It's just my instinct tells me not to go that shallow. Right, and so, oh my god! And I see that there are a few downsides to coming in extremely steep.
Automated flight control protocol initiated. Please submit a request prior to landing.
The downsides being, oh god, I need better brakes.
Landing gear deployed.
She needs much better reverse thrusters. Alright, Turner, what do we got? What can you do for me?
Docking procedure completed. Ship secured.
Wait, no, not outfitting. Well, go down there anyway. I'm gonna need, yeah. Alright, the AFM unit, we can shield it. A little bit more power draw, but the last thing we want is for it to break. So, yeah, alright. Yeah, why not? Okay, we can afford all three. We got plenty of carbon, we got plenty of high density composites. We got everything. Life support. Any experimental effects we can put on that? No? Alright. I tried. Fuel scoops. Fuel scoops are important. We do need that. Get the better integrity. I suppose I could strip down the power generator as well. Wake scanners. I need salvaged alloys, and we could take off... We could go from 0.58 to 0.46. Sensors. I've got grade 5 lightweight. And no experimental effects. Alright, fine. Give me the, miscellaneous lightweight. And any mods we can... No, none. Mods for the fuel scoop? What good are you? He can do wake scanners. He can do the life support. Alright, let's be honest. He can't really do much. And we have other stops we need to make. And his mods brought us up to 67.07. It's a drop in the bucket there, pal. Okay, here's a good one. I just jumped away from where we just were, and it's gonna let us jump all the way across the bubble with this. That's a 118 light-year jump. I believe this is barely scratching the surface of what the ship is capable of. But holy crap, can this thing ride the neutron highways?
Drive operating beyond safety limits. Frameshift drive supercharged.
Okay. Here we go.
Frameshift drive drive charging.
We are heading straight to Felicity because she could strip down the power generator and give us the mods for our FSD. In this case, we need, I think, the mass manager. Yeah, that ought to do it. I think the way it works is for smaller ships, you want to get the strip down mod. And for bigger ships like this one, you want the mass manager. Now, where is she? Please tell me she's not 8,000 light seconds out. She's 2,000, as a matter of fact. Felicity Incorporated all the way over there. And I think she could also do, experimental effects for our engines as well. So, yeah. This on top of maybe a few other things she'll be able to help us out with. Felicity, yeah, she's gonna help us out a lot, actually. Yeah, she can do grade 3 thruster mods. She can do, grade 3 detailed surface scanner, but we have one waiting back at Jameson. Grade 3 thrusters, which I know it's not grade 5, but we have a grade 5 on bookmark. So, if we get the mod now, it'll just be a matter of running around and getting the rest of the materials and then plugging them in. And she can only do grade 1 power plant, which is funny. I also still haven't moved Mars. I probably should. I don't know why I haven't yet. Oh boy. Why did it adjust slightly? What the heck was that? That's gonna bother me, by the way. If you try to look to the side, you don't have any view whatsoever. The front view's okay. I think I liked my, Mandalay view better, because you could just look up and see everything. Ooh, yeah. That was a real good view from that cockpit canopy. Slow her down, cool your jets.
Orbital flight engaged.
I'm gonna try to go as steep as possible this time. Easy now. And that oughta do it. Yeah, that's close. Pushing the limit of how steep she can actually go. She's down at 64. It gets lower as we descend towards the drop bar barrier limit. When we start gliding, whatever you want to call it, I don't care. Alright, this one's gonna be steep and we're liable to slam into the ground. Holy shit! Okay. November Alpha Tango. Jeez, pizza.
Access granted. Proceed to landing.
It's like only one person here, so flight control is run by a robot. I can't do that voice too much. It hurts. Alright, I hope I have the materials required for this, otherwise I'm gonna be upset. Alright, let's see. Engineer's Workshop. FSD. This is the one I got bookmarked. Experimental effect. We do have Mass Manager. Adds 4% to the optimized mass. Well, we could get stripped down, which would bring the weight down ever so slightly. Let's do maybe both, honestly. We could do both. Alright, tell you what. Start with strip down, which will bring our jump range up to 67.79. The Mass Manager, 69.30. Alright, yeah, that wins by a lot. Alright, Mass Manager. Now, the experimental effect on the... Yeah, this is what we need. We need dirty drag drives. Or strip down. No, drag drives. Optimal multiplier of plus 5.04%. Again, I'm not done working on those engines. This is just going to make the ship a little bit easier to fly. Now, power plant, overcharged, stripped down, bringing the weight down by 10%.
Shields online.
Why did that decrease? Okay, there it goes. It's back up to 69.62. We're almost at the Mandalay, which I believe clocks in at 72 maximum jump distance. We're almost there. Almost. We're not quite there yet, though. We need to strip down more things. That, or take things out. If we strip down the power distributor, that might help. She's all the way in Kuamaki. Eka does sensors. Palin does the thrusters. We need to talk to... Well, actually, we don't need to talk to him. We just gotta find the materials and we're good to go. Okay, the Dweller in the wired system, WYRD does the power distributor. And we could have him make it engine focused, which would be nice. Because it's not like we're gonna have weapons on this thing. Strip down, we could bring the mass down by another 10% on it. Oh, that's a shield generator. I need my shield generator. Wait a minute. Strip down the shield generator. Can we do that? Can we do that? It would involve going to the LACSAC system. And... yes, we could strip it down for another 10%. Get the weight down even more. We're packing a Guardian frameshift booster in here, by the way. It's not doing anything. As far as I can tell, these cars don't account for any And as far as I can tell, the fighter doesn't weigh anything at all. Do I need the fighter? Yes, I need the fighter. Let me just see what happens if we, take out the big car. Because supposedly the thing weighs 40 tons. It's not letting me take any of these things out, actually. What the hell? Why not? How come? What do you even sell, anyway? I think this is all my stuff. Okay, well, hang on. There's gotta be something else in here that we can decrease the weight on. That's the lightest vehicle hanger available, by the way. The fighter hanger does weigh 20 tons. That's a lot of tonnage. That's the lightest life support we're ever gonna get. That's the lightest sensors we're ever gonna get. And, like, if I'm going out into the black, I want good sensors. So, like, that's not optional. The frameshift drive itself weighs 208 tons. Good lord. Overcharge fuel consumption, overcharge control, interference. That's low, actually, I think. Overcharge max speed increase 42%. There's a heat generation rate on it. And also, I haven't tested this thing fuel scooping either. Believe me, there's not much more glorious than watching a 7A fuel scoop go to work on a star. Yeah, that's gonna be nuts. That's a biggin. I think the Mandalay has a size 4. Yeah, it's pretty good. God, what don't we need? Like, do we need the Thargoid equipment? Do we need a point defense turret? Well, no, but it is funny. We only really need the pulse wave analyzer for mining. Are we going to be mining out there? I don't think we will. These are all questions we're going to need to ask. And how the hell do I have 6 pings?